You know what we're doing. I don't doubt we're not gonna get much
It's
done.
getting late. Where to now?
But I plan to at least get something done. Anyways, I kind of had enough Genshin Impact for a while. Which looks like deja vu. Situation. Hang on. What accountability?
Harrider Newsflash. Good evening, Madam Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madam Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
That's the problem. Aren't you jumping ahead? Okay, I'm not. I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, just tell me what we have to do.
Let's do this, Lynxie!
Huh. Didn't see that. Man, that's tired. Man, I'm fucking tired. Static jump scare. That yeah, never know.
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion: their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need him.
And you are?
The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was him.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
He's only just woken up, dazed.
Huh.
He may need a few
That's my way
pointers.
victory.
Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Mr. Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal.
Where's Herta right now?
She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oof. Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet?
Probably running errands for Herta.
Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was.
What was I doing?
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there was some...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the details. Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the
There's a plant?
researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask
Hinkle
them
and-
about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos?
Whoa, that doesn't sound right.
Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been
Adler.
investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day.
So I have to find a curio and a person.
I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta, too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler.
Yeah, this is. I think this is the quest with Dr. Ratio. And man, I hope this washes off the bitter taste that was Ron May. I did not like that one.
Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
Alright, let's investigate.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
I guess interesting would be the nicest word I can say. That's the thing I can't say about Ron May.
We're having a walk.
Can you get into the story first, please?
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
So I'm the dog?
Honkai Impact 3rd, huh?
They seem to be hiding something.
Is there something you need?
I'm looking for Adler.
Oh, really? What a coincidence.
Well, I think if I played Honkai Impact 3rd, I don't think my opinions on her would improve.
That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own.
Are they supposed to be walking the dog?
Yes. Well, Peppy isn't here, you see. Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
Can you leave the talking to me next time?
So what's the problem?
Let's walk and talk.
Alright, let's
Why
do
are
that.
you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help.
I wonder if this is one of those fetch quests.
Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Enemy targets detected. Oh!
This is our chance.
What about this?
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
I could have forgotten not to simulate the list anymore and get tear things to shreds.
Rules are made to be
let's just
broken!
old fashioned kill him. There we go.
It's too late to repent.
Commencing coming through. Inputting commands. Whoa. The combat report will be ready
Keep at it.
soon.
Keep at it.
No, not this road.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was anything unique there. Huh? It's
Over
fine.
there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision.
That's a good wrong though.
Target specimen sighted. Oh!
Let's make it quick.
I think something bit me. Commencing research. Inputting commands. Whoa. Enemy data secure.
Hope you get some fun.
Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Well, I'm confident my guy can survive. I'm worried about Don Helen.
Let's go.
Batter up!
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all. Look at this part.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Let's make it quick. Just a scratch.
Rules are made to be broken!
Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection. Commencing support. Inputting commands. Whoa. Enemy data secure. Net markers active. Time for good old counterattack.
This is our chance.
Batter up! The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Commencing.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Ready for another? Excuse me, coming through. Is that...
Let's go.
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all. Look at this part.
Batter up! Step aside. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
None of that.
Peppy, are you okay?
Who knows most about curios?
That's me. What's up?
He wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh,
Right.
About that investigation I asked for.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later. So, which curio do you want to know about?
The one that has no body but is alive.
That's all you got? Too abstract.
That's all her to say.
Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head?
He said it might be a whoopaboo.
Huh. She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel
Hands on the
entirely
bubble that we're
right
going somewhere
either.
else. I also heard that it also exists in the whatever.
What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. But it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom?
Cognition charm.
Let's go over it from the
What?
start. I may have overlooked something. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry,
starting
but
to realize-
nothing comes to mind.
Chasm.
How's it going? Did you find the information you're after?
No progress yet.
I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding.
Heard you're in a bit of trouble.
Just business as usual, nothing to worry about. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts.
Guess in the Honkai universe, it's no different from real life.
Some researchers
When it
have
comes
been
to
questioning the
a few
management and
things.
security of the space station ever since the invasion.
I like this in spite of a nail kind of world.
Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts.
Okay, but I need to use it.
But the researchers'
I got it.
disappearances have
These
rattled
waters
them
are getting to me. Okay, you know what I thought? Anyway, researchers' experience?
Yes.
Okay,
4
I
researchers
was
have
thinking.
inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days.
Maybe after boot
No
hill,
exit logs, no traces.
I'll save for Archeron.
Vanished.
Archeron.
People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic
Because
to
why
spread,
bother?
so I suppressed the reports and told the security department
Because
to
her burst
investigate in
is like,
secret.
man, why bother? Well, the think about which palette to use. When you could just
However,
murder
as you can see, it's hard to keep
all you
secrets in a
need
sardine can
is
like
Archeron's
this.
burst.
Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion.
You saw how I struggled
The most
in
important thing is to get to
in
the
the wind
bottom of
fight,
the disappearances.
the wind boss fight.
That's okay, but thank you for the offer.
I was like,
Are
how
you
am I supposed to
helping Madame
remember
Hertha with
the
something already?
getting these weaknesses?
Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find
So
a way to solve the
maybe by
problem for the space station.
bringing her,
So
I'll have,
I
like,
did consult someone else other than
a
Hinkle.
one character fits
The
all.
only thing I remember
kind of
is that
thing.
they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned if only there were some...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for...
Enforcing weaknesses, huh?
The other person should be from the Department.
brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
The Silver Wolf story did not make me like
I'm not that wonderful.
kind of
Just
rubbed me
okay.
the wrong way.
It's all taken
But I
care
completely
of.
understand why.
As long as
Why
the
should I
money's
save
there,
her as well?
it's all good. Here's the account
The
you
only
asked
problem
for.
is,
It's legit and secure, allowing you to connect straight to the internet.
not every time she's gonna force the weakness I need on the enemy.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm just a peddler doing a little business on the side. Small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild, don't forget your humble friend, okay?
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Here too. My memories are just a jumbled mess of words. Did my memory piece together irrelevant information? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
I'm not that wonderful. Just okay.
No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel for intelligence. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of Insight.
Sure.
I have to wonder
Can
though,
I help you with something?
how did all this
See
transpire?
this material here?
Did I do this
People
before?
are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Again? How many times
I don't
has it
think
been?
I remember doing
You're
this.
really pushing my buttons.
Oh,
From the first
another
game.
smart-looking youngster.
But who knows?
Wonderful. It's about
Maybe those time
we
skips
had
were
some
like-
new recruits.
Or was it just me doing those?
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? That's got nothing to do with the Department of Insight. However, I've heard of such a
Oh.
species. A
that's
colleague
the
who came
wolf?
back from a business trip said that the
Yeah, I
Cianjo
wouldn't-
Alliance has life
I
forms
guess I don't
like that.
dislike her as much as I dislike Ron May. So
Don't get me wrong, I was merely relaying
so if I
information.
get her
I
from
didn't mean
pulling
I'd help
Boot
you.
Hill, I would not object to it.
The atmosphere on the space station has been getting stranger lately. It's
Having
The
more,
Cianjo species Emily
having better
mentioned.
quantum characters would
It
be.
seems to be what
yeah, boom.
inspired Adler. The Cianjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler.
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth. I'm sorry. The situation is very...
About
Just as I
the
thought.
thing.
I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I forgot.
I'm sorry. I see. Could you also tell that Lady Asta was feeling the pressure?
Find anything?
I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. The surveillance didn't capture anything regarding the researcher's disappearance. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. When we made visits to the scenes, some of the witness testimony seemed to agree with this. The words they used were spontaneous combustion of the human body.
Spontaneous combustion, huh?
Have you asked the Department of...
He said it might be a wubba whoopoo.
She's not...
Huh?
she's not.
Something. No, I think I heard something like that also exists in the Xianzhou Alliance.
Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both are types of energy life form. Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. But it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That's most likely the truth. I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again. Send me a signal when you...
I think if only there was...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
Energy and life form?
That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
I remember. Somehow.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Substantiate this captivating drama, huh? What are you getting at?
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But as it stands, not a single soul can corroborate his story.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth.
Fair.
If he is truly innocent, he can clear his name with answers.
Right.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
Let's see. I remember with Herta.
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Correct.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
When did this become Phoenix, right?
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio itself.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
Another point.
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless...
I doubt Herta is interested.
Based on your... And the Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she's singing...
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius.
Yes. That seems logically sound. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Nailed it.
However, she decided to hold her tongue until now? So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management, ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion, and cause great internal strife.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still share the IPC's position. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Two birds with one stone.
Okay. So I'm not
Researchers'
entirely
disappearances, you say?
bad at this.
I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Correction. There may...
Researchers just clearly, though. Cut the act. You're perfect clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen.
Let's start with this.
I remember now. Back then.
That's enough pretending. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Doubt me all you like. I'm just an outsider who got You and I are no different. We both stumbled into this, but you decided to assume the role of interrogator.
Oh? Your point being, cut the act. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department. Clearly, though, It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
Let's try defending here.
No connection? I disagree. There should be evidence linking them together. If I review a certain record...
Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No.
There
if I
we
recall
go.
correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
She did say that, but then what? You need to provide evidence to show incidents are linked.
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was
Yeah, I think
investigating
that
the
did the trick.
disappearances. The space station's automatic fire suppression
I don't think
system
they're bad.
was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
If
Not
these
bad.
two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh? What was that?
Oh boy.
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Well, that's no good.
This is...
A declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit. It almost seems like this space station is more suited for the path of destruction than erudition.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their gaze upon them.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel, even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation Gang.
Japella Brotherhood? I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since. Would you believe it would be merely a coincidence? Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, It's as routine as me finding fault in everything. The disappearance of researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan. And after that, that video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
So we know what's going on and what's going to happen if we don't stop it.
The
That begs the
destruction
question
of trust.
how do we stop it?
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me.
Just me?
You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose, turning whispered fears into full-blown pandemonium?
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
Oh, okay. Guess we're doing this. Oh,
Enemy
God.
data secured.
Bones.
Net markers active. Time for good old counterattack.
Just a scratch. Clemency? Never heard of it.
Target specimen sighted. Inputting commands.
Rules are made to be broken! Lightning strike!
That'll do. Okay. That.
It's too late to repent. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision.
Commencing support. I'll contain them.
Let's make it quick. How about this?
That's one now.
Commencing research. Enemy data secured. Net markers active. Time for good old counterattack. Ready for another?
Less the merrier.
The The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This search is but a vision. Step aside. I have no interest in the time is now.
Yep, that'll get rid of him.
This happened. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let's go.
Just make sure they don't multiply again. Because if we don't get rid of them, that's gonna be a problem. I hate these bloody things. I don't know how am I gonna get rid of them.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people.
What do you have in mind?
I don't know.
Been a while. Put it on my tab. They're very like you. What about these people? Depth center management too? Well, aren't you enlightened?
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology, if you would be so kind.
He just...
What happened?
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get a hold of at the best of times, but it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. Even the surveillance cameras can't find any trace. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. Intriguing and frustrating, to say the least. If his disappearance is also related to the case here,
gonna make me want to get Silver Wolf.
Really did stumble upon something.
Because if those are things that we're gonna be fighting a lot,
the keywords that got Adler
might as well have
thinking
something
were
to counter
energy
them.
life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form. Coincidence? We need to investigate this.
I need your help. you know about Duke Inferno? Because the space station in trouble. Roger, roger. Huh? You okay?
Jerk. Fine. Disappear. I don't ever want to see your face again.
Who got you so upset?
Oh, it's you. It's Adler. Adler disappeared. He's been acting really weird recently. Always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking to himself.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
We'll get him back.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help you.
You got something? Let's hear it. I'm sorry, what? Well, I appreciate it.
Your countenance suggests tragedy.
So here's what Pamela
So the
found out.
researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwman.
What happened? And this means shifting between phases. It'll suffice. I do not like finding bugs. Bugs suck.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now.
We got some troubling news.
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're in deep trouble. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would indicate they share no commonalities. However, After browsing through their online records, you discovered they all wield influence on the space station's dark web. Lady Asta must know what this means. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion. You probably already know about this. The fire demon of Fatora, the Duke of the Annihilation Gang. There is another secret with Ifrit. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion. During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testified to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno. The flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look, the answer is right there. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. The kindling of this booklet describes a kind...
It's the phase flame, the creation of member number 29, Sir Kal. She was an amazing genius. Intelligent, kind, and humble. However, she lived for a mere 29 days on the human calendar.
Yeesh.
Such a pity. The phase flame shifted into a different phase as soon as it was created. When it returned to this phase, Sir Kal had already passed away. It then continued to shift through phases, making its capture impossible.
This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
So, is this the clue?
I understand. So the answer is...
Tenuous connections. Enough of this booklet. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been...
Somebody was once able to glimpse the traces of the phase flame and obtained a wisp of its kindling.
I'm just trying to piece together things.
Herta kept it and lent it to Ruan May for her research, but the kindling was lost in the process. If Ifrit is a scion of the phase flame, then the entire incident is now clear as day.
The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for. And Duke I fear that this is the truth. Undoubtedly, the curio Herta asked to find was the phase flame, and Adler already discovered the relationship between spontaneous human combustion and the phase flame through the concept of energy life forms. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. Kindling of this unique flame must be the missing... This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through... The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for. and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it.
Listen to that urges consortium. I don't think there's any evidence we can present here.
I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. This booklet does the kindling of this unique flame. Must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
Okay, I can at least move on this
I
part.
fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
There it is.
When
one stuck me.
Sherling said,
I like that.
Adler kept muttering about a phrase before he disappeared. I believe this word was actually phase. He saw Member 29 Sir Call's research topic in this booklet and verified his hypothesis. As a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed. That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved. We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear, and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light, catalyzing it into new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
Oh boy.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Oh, that can't be good.
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shiftability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
So what's the plan now?
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way. Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish with...
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Mr. Trailblazer and contain the fire.
Let's
Tread carefully.
trial ratio, because the one we currently have is in less than stellar condition. And yeah, and links because
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. The way is awash with flame. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station. Like Screwlum said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death.
let's extinguish it.
Resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance.
Like there's only one way through it.
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out.
It's too late to repent.
Let's go.
How about this?
This guy has more. At least we blink on our side. We can tell those bugs to go fuck themselves. A little bit sooner, anyway.
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sinister is but a vision.
He lives one stone.
Step aside.
More point in them.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Rules are made to be broken! Slice and strike! Just a scratch.
Call that defense? Never stop thinking.
Perfect. Now's my chance.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sinister is but a vision. Batter up.
Good one. Is it nice to have a ratio back? Even if it's just for a brief moment.
This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
I don't think it's gonna go down without a fight though. Just got a feeling. Okay, we're gonna have to fight that thing.
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
It's too late to repent.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood. Fail. Get out.
Target spec executed. Coming through.
Let's make it. Clemency? Never heard of it.
Do you have answers? Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
I reckon we should heal up. Who knows how much longer is it going to be until we...
seems like this chase is about to end.
Like I said, I don't think it's gonna end with a fight. Let's just ignore that.
Rules are made to be broken!
I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge.
It's too late to repent. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
I did him.
Commencing research.
What about this?
Every step is just a part of the adventure.
Just make sure. There we go. A little bit more. Never hurt anybody.
It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet. It is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness. For now, but next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins with infernal fire.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? No. Hold on.
Oh, this will be interesting.
The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not, shall we? Never stop thinking.
I think you have to get rid of that first.
Excuse me, coming through.
Let's make it quick. It'll take more than that. Rules are made to be broken! The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Yeah, I like that.
Sayas Perkibi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Oh, you busy?
Target specimen sighted. Preparing for collection.
What about this?
Fail. Get out.
Okay, I think I need it.
Travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all.
God. 5 points.
The time is now.
I'll keep him busy.
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
Commencing research. Excuse me, coming through.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Fail. Get out.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This search is but a vision.
And that'd be great. Almost there. There we go.
Step aside.
I totally was
have
playing
no
for that to
interest in
happen.
Target specimen.
Let's go.
Better up.
Think.
Clemency?
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Ooh, that was a hit. Wow, we do a bit more.
Call that defense? Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
Perfect. Now's my time.
Let's make it quick.
See.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's warehouse. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and
I'm like, what the heck is that? I don't think I want to know.
fail. Get out. I'm asking the questions.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This search is but a vision.
0 points. Next. Let's test your knowledge.
No point allowed.
Fail. Get out.
Perfect. Now's my chance. Excuse me. Coming through.
Let's go.
How about this?
To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
answers. Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next.
Longer. Well, not like it mattered much.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This search is but a vision. Let's make it quick.
That's fine. What's he giving back?
Let's test your knowledge. Fail. Get out.
Rules are made to be broken!
I think something bit me.
Let's go.
That's a problem.
Essay
I do not want that guy to attack.
Knowledge is the measure of all
Exactly.
things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
That doesn't really find a player or spawn
It's too late to repent.
or someone. You know what, go first.
0 points. Next.
That doesn't.
The truth of life and death, reveal this search is but a vision.
And that does that. Got away.
Good work. You did very well.
Thanks. But how's Asta?
Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound.
How'd you find them?
It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them. But they are otherwise fine.
So is it over?
Yes, it is over.
That's a relief. Why do I feel like you didn't do much? But more importantly, why am I asking that?
This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts,
It's like,
sir.
I have high opinions of Screwlumen. And Herta, they know what they're doing.
But there is one and that is something I must deal with myself.
Go ahead. I think we should do something about that rich know-it-all. Just saying.
I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath
Well,
your
that clears that
concern?
up, at least.
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief.
So wait, does that mean he was behind all this?
I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no. One last question,
crazy.
Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. Even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up.
If Dr. Ratio was behind this, well, I can only concede that you had me
a
fooled.
fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
So,
as for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her.
okay. that okay. The fact that I mentioned that makes your thought a little bit more
With
reasonable.
that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Clever. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll get my answers at TV tropes because okay. I guess that's a fair enough lesson. So from what it says, is that he was in fact behind some of this. But only because we needed to learn how to not, put all our eggs in one basket when it comes to researchers. You know what? I can see that. I definitely realized that some people were a little out of hand with like believing in others. Anyways, what will continue? Let's read some messages. How's Asta doing? Oh, her safety. Well, stinks that we don't know about the phase. We haven't found the phase blame. Yeah. I don't think this has affected my opinion on Dr. Ratio. Context? There's a lot of researchers. Yeah, but why me? Alright. Well, looks like we got a lot to do. I think. Let's see. Alright, so anyway. Let's just wrap up on this whole escapade. Just level up more talents. Traces. That's what they call them. Alright, what do we need? I can't wait to not need these anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing more Calic stuff, I guess. Unless until we don't need it to anymore. First things first up. Winner. Okay, these jackasses.
The Express has been a lifeline. Time to return the favor.
Yeah, but I don't trust myself enough to...
You better be good. My time. Do you know who I
the problem
am?
is I don't trust...
Ever see a diamond
my camera enough to go out of
Oh, yours!
I've used on it before. I don't trust it much.
Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! Commencing research. Time to twirl! Don't mess with me. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! What are you looking at?
Let's go.
Batter up!
Time to twirl!
So you are.
Okay, we're not dealing with
From
that.
your chains, disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! What a headache. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery.
There we go.
I'll
And get to
free
do it all
you
over
from your
again.
chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Don't mess with me.
Rules are made to be broken!
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl! To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
I wonder, how does Link carry a giant pill?
Let me end your misery.
I want a backpack to, if she can carry a pill that
Target
big.
specimen sighted. Preparing for collection. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! What a headache.
Oh well. Alright. might need a whole bunch more glimmering cores. I wish I didn't, but what the heck am I supposed to do? There we go. Like that. And then we gotta do some more fun. Oh, that's fun today. Do we have any? What is this? Ability. AoE, huh? Basic tank. Oh, okay, so she's a defensive, but she has an AoE, huh? Alright.
Just a scratch.
Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! Target specimen. You must be honored. Time to twirl!
Oh, at least I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling the effects of the face upgrades.
Who's next?
Oh, weird.
I'll free you from your chains.
We're already going
Disappear
to
among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! Don't mess with me. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! What a headache. Don't mess with me. Time to twirl! I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Only one of us get to have fun, mate.
Let me end your misery. What a headache. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl! This is gonna hurt. I'll free you from your chain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time to twirl! Let me end your misery. Time to twirl! Don't mess with
already seen it. Well, let's use these. That way I don't have to do this anymore. Oh, you piece. Oh, you mother. Alright, so next up is more of the same way. Not really, because I still want to
Keep
upgrade
at it.
everybody.
Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it.
Cool. Double trade. I'll take 2 of these. Only like 16 more. Or for another one. So you can like guarantee ourselves to fit twice. Oh, we need to synthesize. Alright, what can we synthesize? I will synthesize these. No problem. I'll synthesize these. Some of these. Like that. And bada boom. We got ourselves some goodies. But yeah, I think that should be the end of the stream. Tomorrow, and you know what? That makes me a lot happier than yesterday. I did not like Ron May in the slightest, as I've already told you. And I don't know if Dr. Reach, like, even if but I haven't felt like my likings for Dr. Reach go down. Because, you know what? I totally understand where he's coming from. If you become over reliant on people, well, what are you gonna do when they're not there for you anymore? I still say a bit of a dick move, but at least he wasn't toying with something he wasn't supposed to. They probably wasn't supposed to anyway. And you know what? That's fine enough by me. So tomorrow, well, I don't know. Seems to be like a lot to go through in terms of other missions. I guess I'll probably do some of the challenge missions that I don't want to do, but I'm not sure. I'll see you then, though, and maybe soon, we can finally get started on the next planet, which for the life of me I can't remember, but it's really just space. But from what I heard from others, they call it Space China. Yeah. See ya.